Hi, welcome to MJT Law. My name is Melanie Thorley and today we're going to talk about taking sick leave or personal carers leave while on annual leave. To do that, we're going to use we're going to have a look at the Fair Work Ombudsman's website because that's probably the easiest place to go. Now remember, the Fair Work Ombudsman deal with all things in relation to employment entitlements. Okay, annual leave, personal carers leave are both entitlements. So we're just going to type in Fair Work Ombudsman payment for annual leave. Oh, it looks like I've already done it once before. Happy days. Fair Work payment for annual leave. So we're just going to jump on here and it's going to show us a page. Now what happens sometimes if you're an employee is you might find that you're on holiday and you get really sick. Yeah, or you might be having a staycation and you end up going into surgery, for instance, or you do get sick. It is simply okay for you to transfer and notify your employer that you're no longer fit for work and that you're going to need to take sick leave. Okay, sick leave is called personal carers leave under the Fair Work Act, but we all know it as sick leave. So it might be that you're on annual leave, but then you can transfer it. And we know this is possible, A, because the Fair Work Act tells us so, but if you give the Fair Work Ombudsman a call, it actually says here, if an employee is sick or injured while on annual leave, an employer can use their sick leave entitlements instead of using their annual leave. The employer can still request the employee to provide notice or evidence of taking that personal carers leave, but it doesn't mean that they are unable to allow you to use that leave. Okay, and it also says an employer can't direct an employee to take annual leave when they're on personal carers leave. Yeah, this is actually really interesting because employers think that when you this is a really interesting one because quite often you take your annual leave and you do get sick. It happens. And your employer may say to you, well, you took annual leave, you weren't even at work, why will you be taking sick leave? Look, the fact is it doesn't matter. If you provide the appropriate evidence to show that you were unable to go to work during that time, it means that you're able to utilise any accrued but untaken personal carers leave. Okay, now the Fair Work Act does stipulate that there might be some proof that needs to be required, and I'm just going to turn to that really quickly. It's under the NES, the National Employment Standards, and it talks about the sort of proof that one needs when taking personal carers leave. Okay, now it says here, an employee may take personal carers leave if the leave is taken because the employee is not fit for work because of an illness or injury or personal injury affecting the employee, to provide the care or support to a member of the immediate family or a member of the household because of an illness or injury, and so on. Now there are notice and evidentiary requirements, and we find that in section 107 of the Fair Work Act, where it says an employee must give his or her employment notice of taking leave. It must be given as soon as practical, and you must let them know how long you're going to be taking that leave for. Now it is actually okay for your employer to ask you for evidence as well, and that evidence might be in the form of a statutory declaration, or it might be in the form of a doctor's certificate. There are other ways to provide evidence as well, but they're the two main areas. Okay, so if you're an employee and you get sick while on holiday, taking annual leave, then it is okay for you to take personal carers leave. As an employer, it is okay to ask for evidence that your employee is sick if that's what they do. If you have any questions about this, or it's come up and it's become a bit of a contention point, or something else is going on there, let us know, give us a call, let us know, and we should be able to work through some of the issues with you. Again, my name's Melanie Thorley from MJT Law, and thank you for watching today.